In this tutorial we're going to look at repetition in Turing, and this is just going to be the basic introduction to repetition. In most programming languages, repetition means to do things over and over again, and the construct we use is called a loop. In Turing, that's quite literally the word we use as well. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. So here we have loop, end loop, and that's very similar to our if, end if construct. So in the case of a loop, code goes here to repeat. So in between the if, end if, we have the code we want to repeat. So let's focus on this very simple loop. And so what is it we want to repeat? So I'm going to put in put hello. And if I do that and run my code, we take a look, and I've got I certainly have a repeating happening here. There's many more hellos than I asked for. Actually, I didn't ask for how many, I just said hello. And if you look down here at the bottom of the output, you can see that hello is flashing, and that's happening because hello is being continuously printed on a new line every time. So let's see what we can do in this program to make it a little bit more sensible to see what's happening. So I'm going to put in a delay of 1,000 milliseconds, and that should cause the program to pause for 1 second every time it prints hello. So now if I run it, so now you can get a better sense of the fact that we're in a loop, and it is printing out hello. So it's basically executing these two commands over and over and over again. Now this type of loop, this is actually known as an infinite loop, and in most cases an infinite loop is something we don't want. Normally we want to have a loop that executes a certain number of times, or it executes until a certain condition is met, and then it's done. So to illustrate that, I'll stop this, and I'm going to create another loop, and a silly little example. So I'm going to create a variable called word, and that variable is a string. And then I'm going to say, then I'm going to put what is the magic word. And some of us may recognize this from when we were little children and our parents were trying to teach us some manners. They would ask us, well, what's the magic word when you were asking for something? And that word was please. So I'm going to get that word. And so what am I going to do? Well, we want to keep looping until the user actually tells us the magic word. So I know at the end of my program, I'm going to put something like thank you, please is the magic word. So that's what I want to have printed out at the end of my program, but how do I keep asking the user for that word over and over again? So what we can do first of all is we can put a loop. A loop has something known as an exit condition, and that's so we avoid an infinite loop. So what we want to do is we're going to exit when, and we will exit when the exit condition is met. So what is the thing that we want to be true in order to finish looping? So we're going to exit when word is equal to please. Now what if the word is not please? If the word is not please, then we're just going to keep looping and looping and looping again. So let me actually go back to what I had before. So take a look at this. So first we ask what's the magic word, then we get the word. We're going to exit when the word is please, and then we'll put hello. Okay, so let's see what happens when we run this. What is the magic word? I'm going to say Fred is the magic word. Nope. Instead I get hello, 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 and now I'm stuck because I'm not asking for anything else here, and so I'm stuck in that infinite loop again. So that gets me to the second important part of loops, which is the first thing is, and actually you know what, I'm going to add that right here as a comment. One, we must have an exit condition, and two, the other thing you must remember with loops is you must have a way to change whatever it is that your exit condition is based on. Usually it's a variable inside the loop. There must be a way for this word to change as part of the loop. So let's put in here, that is not the magic word. So that means the loop did not exit. That is not the magic word. And so we need to give the user this chance to change the word. And the way we do that is actually we use the same code that we started with. We put that into our program. I don't need this delay anymore. And so exit when word is equal to please. If we didn't exit, if the word is equal to please, the next thing the program should do is jump straight to here. But if we got it wrong, if we did not enter please, then we should get a message that it's not the magic word, and then we give the user the opportunity to ask again. So let's see how this looks. What is the magic word? This time I'll put in Bob. That's not the magic word. Okay, what's the magic word? Pumpkin. No, still not the magic word. Yes. No. Help. Hello. None of these things are giving me the magic word. And then I finally put in the magic word spelled correctly. Thank you. Please is the magic word. So it's going to repeat everything inside between the loop and the end loop. It's going to keep repeating that until this exit condition is met. And it is critically important not only that we have an exit condition, but we also have to have an exit condition that can change inside the loop. So it's not good enough to set the variable outside of the loop. Sometimes we need to do that first, as we did here. We need this word to be set before we can check this exit condition. But if the user gets it wrong, then we have to keep setting it and keep setting it and keep setting it. And don't forget to include lots of input and output with your user. Make sure your user knows exactly what it is that you're looking for. In this case, if you're asking for the magic word again, you have to say it every time. What is the magic word? And keep asking it. Okay, that's it for this tutorial. This is the most basic form of loop, where the exit condition is at the beginning of the loop. We set something coming into the loop, so outside the loop we set something, then we check the exit condition right away, and if it's false, we're going to run the code inside the loop and check the exit condition again. And that's where that idea of that loop comes from. We're always revisiting, we're always coming back to the exit condition.